Nick is enthusiastic. He is excited about all the science that's going on around him and about any success that people are having.
Nick is just a joy to work with and to be with. He has a positive attitude, a warm sense of humor.
He's just so supportive, and when things look grim, he's always there to step in and present the best side of it, while at the same time having the highest standards and rigors in his own life and his own work.
I remember when I arrived here on the campus for my first visit, John Singer was the department chairman at that time. He took me to Urey Hall. It was then the tallest building on the campus. And he said, "Nick, this is going to be a great university."
Nick was one of the first young faculty hired by our founding faculty. And like the founding faculty, he was an institution builder. He contributed to the momentum of the School of Biological Sciences and the campus, this feeling that UC San Diego had vast, unlimited potential to be the best public research university.
One of the major breakthroughs in the field that he was responsible for was showing that a neuron is not irreversibly committed from birth to making a particular neurotransmitter. A neuron makes a chemical called a neurotransmitter that it releases signal to the next neuron in the chain. And they're usually excitatory or they're inhibitory, one or the other, and you're committed that way from birth, everyone assumed. Turns out, Nick discovered and was able to prove to the world that's not true. That neurons early in development, depending on what happens to them, can be changed so they make a different transmitter from what they would normally be expected to make. This was profound and totally contrary to everything known in the field.
This transmitter switch can produce negative outcomes, negative behaviors, mental health problem. We've shown that disorders as dissimilar as PTSD, autism, drug abuse can lead to transmitter switching. And if we prevent the transmitter switch, we prevent the acquisition of those negative behaviors. So where we hope to go is to the development of treatments to either prevent or reverse transmitter switching and provide a therapy for some of these disorders would be very helpful.
I've seen people come out of Nick's lab, postdocs and students who have been trained impeccably, who are focused on asking major questions and addressing them through rigorous approaches. What I've seen Nick do is take a very careful, intentional approach in mentoring them at all career stages to prepare them for whatever is coming next, and they tend to be very successful people.
I taught largely undergraduates for 50 years, and I was very enthusiastic not only about promulgating knowledge about neurobiology and physiology generally, I taught many different courses, but also about the impact of higher education on life, career for the students.
Nick's commitment to mentorship and training the next generation isn't limited to those at UC San Diego or even in the field of neurobiology. He played a key role in establishing the Preuss School at UC San Diego.
When the opportunity arose to become involved in establishing a charter school that would serve 6th through 12th grade scholars from low-income families, which no one had been to a 4-year college, I thought this was going to be transformative. It was going to be truly revolutionary.
I think we can all look back at that and say that that had a huge impact on the students. The Preuss School is one of the crowning achievements of UC San Diego, broadening the pipeline of students that has propelled them to the very best universities in the nation. Nick is an outstanding collaborator. He worked with the late Jeff Ellman to found the Kavli Institute for Brain and Mind, which was a collaboration between the School of Biological Sciences, the School of Social Sciences and Cognitive Sciences, and Health Sciences as well. That effort brought together scientists from across the field to apply computational and biological approaches to understanding how the brain worked. Nick's leadership has led UC San Diego to be a leader in the field of neurobiology, neurosciences, and cognitive sciences, and it is really this one big, beautiful community that's pushing the frontiers to understand how the brain works.
Nick has had the most impressive track record in administrative leadership of anyone I know. So Nick came to UCSD in 1972 as a new assistant professor, rapidly rose up through the ranks to full professor. He was then chair of biology, which was a department at that point, twice. He then became the founding chair of neurobiology. After that, he became chair of the Academic Senate, which is a campus-wide organization. Most recently, he's taken on the role of being the president of the Society for Neuroscience, which is a giant scientific organization that runs an annual meeting where 30 to 40,000 people attend every year. This year it's going to be in San Diego. We're all very excited.
And this in the most difficult times for science, about all the funding problems in Washington, the uncertainty. Nick stepped up to the plate again, and he's the guy who could do the best job.
My greatest legacy, it'll be for the teaching and service that I've done and the influence that I've had on the next generations of scholars graduating from UC San Diego.